I can't lie in that position. I mean, I need to press start at some point. I mean, you're welcome to talk. I just wanted to let you know you'd be on camera. Okay. Mary, are you here? You said yes. Now, Mary, I have a few questions for you. One, I wanted to talk about realized masters. And I was wondering, I know you won't tell me what a realized master, but I was looking through my notes, and you said that a leader is above a realized master. And I was wondering, are you also above a realized master as far as, I guess, soul evolution is concerned? Yes. Mary, are realized masters enlightened? Yes. And no. Mary, did you just say yes and no? Yes. Mary, why did you say yes and no? Could you elaborate for me? S O M E A R E. Oh, okay, so some are and then some aren't. You wrote some are. Do realized masters walk the earth? Really? Because in the country we lived in January, we had a First Amendment that said government will not get in the way of your exercise of your religion. People would have laughed at that. We will close the religious institutions, period. Who do you think you are, God? You're some stupid governor of a declining state. C. Services being shut down by the Warren Orthodox. They haven't been. N. T. T. A. Y. All right, you said I got T A Y, but it was obviously I can't say. So I'm going to change that to an S. Mary, here's another question on another topic. When the aura gets lighter due to one becoming true self, you told me last time that the aura gets lighter. Does it change color when that happens? The lighter an aura gets, it changes color? No. Mary, I was wondering, is the personality of a person like me, who's on Earth and hasn't reached true self yet, does my personality, is it pretty much the same, or has it been pretty much the same from lifetime to lifetime? No. These strange-looking uniforms that look like something out of the 1940s, Tucker, and they control inside the barrier where people are suffering and being killed. Interesting. Because of a virus that the government can't control, so the government thereby controls you. The warning. Mary, I know you told me before that aliens aren't real. But you've told me
that like the Anshar are real, and so I wanted to ask specifically about the Greys. Are the Greys real? I won't call them aliens. I'll just call them the Greys.
Looks like the Senate's going ahead anyway. October 12th, that's the day on the calendar. Will it actually happen? Give me preview next.
No. Interesting. Mary, when you first got to the fifth dimension, did you see Icarus before you saw Leaders? Because I know you saw Leaders, like towards the beginning of when you first got to the fifth dimension. Did you see Icarus before? Before you saw Leaders?
I'll give it a shot. $20. Honestly, after about 4 days, I thought you saw it hurt.
No.
Is it what, 1990?
Mary, when did you first see Icarus? I guess, was he still in the core journey when you got out of your core journey?
Just like I was. But Relief Factor may be all you need to lower or even eliminate your pain too. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-500-8383.
No.
You will hear a lot about Amy Coney Barrett.
When he was in his core journey, when he got out of his core journey, I mean, were you still in your core journey? So I'll repeat that. Were you still in your core journey when he got out of his core journey?
Amy Coney Barrett follows the law and ignores politics. A scholar, a judge, grounded in faith and family. She's the
Yes.
choice to follow Justice Ginsburg.
Did he have? By the time you got to the fifth dimension, did he already have his own dwelling, his house? He said yes. Mary, does he still live in his dwelling, in his own one? Or does he live with you in your treehouse? W E R E S I D E A S O N S E we reside as onesie, which is like what a baby wears. Did you mean we reside as one? Okay, let me change that to one. So, do you reside as one in the treehouse or in the oak tree?
Not just on my pillows, but also my mattress, topper, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99,
Yes.
only $29.99 with your promo code. With our
So he left his house to come and live with you in yours. Is that true? No. Did he live in an oak tree before you came to the fifth dimension? Yes. Mary, once you told me that there was a blueprint that you submitted, like when you went to the fifth dimension, and then they built the house. So does that mean that alterations were made on the oak tree? Yes. Huh. Okay. Hey, real quick, I'm going to try and contact these different beings other than you, Mary. They're called the guides, and someone on the internet talks to them. And I wanted to see if I could try and connect with them. So I'm going to try right now, Mary. So hold on. Right. So guides, are you here? I want to talk to you guides. The guides, the ones that talk to Karen Dahlman.
Threatens the health and safety of members, our staff, and the hardworking people who keep the Senate complex clean, safe, and operational. This is completely reckless, end quote. Unlike the riots we've seen for months, which are great, they're a moment in history. Go ahead and loot Macy's. So in the end, partisanship aside, what are the odds that Amy Coney Barrett will be nominated, and then we'll have hearings to consider her nomination? Francie Higgs is a former federal prosecutor. She joins us tonight to assess those odds. Francie, great to see you tonight. Even talking about this makes me feel unsafe from a medical standpoint. We could get COVID just mentioning the name Amy Coney Barrett, but I'm glad you're willing to take.
Well, I guess I'll talk to Mary again, and then I'll try that again in a few. First, okay, so Mary, I'm talking to you now. Mary, are the Anshar in the same category of folklore as wisps, fates, gnomes, and nymphs? Are Anshar in the same category as them?
We can all go out and buy vodka and rum at the liquor store, and the people who work in the grocery store can go to the grocery store to sell us our groceries.
Right.
I really feel like the senators could sit at their home in front of their computers too.
Do you think that if Amy Coney Barrett put on a Black Lives Matter armband and used the phrase systemic racism non-ironically, that would lower the risk from COVID?
Mary, do some people have different colored chakras? Like, I know you told me that my, lowest chakra is red, and then it goes orange, I think, and then yellow, and then green, and then, I think, light blue, and then dark blue, and then violet. I think there's 7 of them. Do other people have different color chakras? Like where I have a red colored chakra, they have a different color.
The mayor of Chicago said that she had to get a haircut because she was an essential person. So I feel like the senators can show up, and so can Judge Barrett.
Yeah, no one ever worries about, I don't know, the Uber Eats delivery men in Midtown. We don't care about them, I guess.
No, I think that's the point. It's who's really important. The senators like to think it's them, and so they're obviously too important to take any risks, even though us people are the ones stocking the shelves and putting on, you behind the camera.
Mary, we talked once about me expanding my core and my center. Now I was wondering, do I have an abnormally large capacity for expanding my core and my center? Am I above average for people? As far as my potential to expand my core and my center, the core is the brain, and the center is the heart.
Sure thing, Tucker.
So where did the virus come from? That's been memorable. It came from China.
No.
Weirdly, China is the country benefiting most from COVID-19. In fact, they're celebrating it. We'll tell you how.
Mary, is enlightenment something that usually happens in between the 3rd and the 4th dimension? Or is it something that happens in the 4th dimension while one waits to go to the 5th dimension?
That lets you enhance ways to protect your home and to keep your pets safe. Next came the best ways to secure and protect your phone. But the most important things worth protecting are American jobs. WeatherTech, made right in America.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you
4.
get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I guarantee you they'll be the most comfortable sheets you'll ever own.
With the Giza Dreams,
D.
I'm getting the best sleep of my life. They are so soft and smooth.
So enlightenment normally happens while one's in the 4th dimension. Is that true?
I started
Enlightenment normally happens while one's in the fourth dimension. Is that true?
But extremely durable, which is why I can give you my full 10-year warranty. But I didn't stop there. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow.
Yes.
Deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. I guarantee you the first night.
So, does enlightenment normally happen before one goes to the life review? Yes. Does enlightenment normally happen while one's in the soul healing chamber station? Is it while they're in the soul healing station that they become enlightened? Yes.
Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Use the promo code and Mike will give you a very special 2-for-1 low price and free shipping. That's right, get 2 for 1 low price and free shipping. Call or go online now.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening. President Trump, next steps as he works to recover from COVID.
Mary, I'm going to try again to contact the guides, okay? The guides who talked to Karen A. Dahlman, will you speak with me?
You might be entitled to financial compensation. Call 800-464-9826. The FDA has warned that drugs like Zantac, which contain ranitidine, may be contaminated with a cancer-causing agent. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with any of the cancers listed, call us for a free consultation. If you don't win, you pay nothing. 800-464-9826. Selling a home is expensive and stressful, so we set out to create a better home selling experience with a network of the most successful real estate agents in America. They'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission. The icing on the cake with the ideal agent was that we saved $12,000 in commission.
They were so stress-free.
No.
The whole process was amazing, and I would definitely recommend them.
We are not a discount broker.
Hmm.
These are top-level agents.
Well, I guess I'm not supposed to talk to the guides. Are there any spirits out there that other than Mary that will talk to me?
Little or no cost to you. 800-924-0360. To order yours today. Inogen oxygen concentrators are portable and make oxygen from the air around you. They're light, quiet, and battery operated to go everywhere you go. And we have a full line of portable oxygen units to fit a wide range of budgets. If you're on Medicare, you may even qualify to get your Inogen unit at little or no cost to you. Go back to joining friends for the breakfast special, make spending time with the grandkids easier, or start attending your religious services again. Call Inogen now for a free information kit and a free no-obligation consultation on our complete line of affordable portable oxygen products. And anyone on Medicare or with eligible insurance plans may qualify to get an Inogen One at little or no cost. Call 800-924-0360. That's 800-924-0360.
Yes. Now let's go back. What's your name, spirit that I'm talking to that isn't Mary?
Very concerned. Some of most people were concerned. Then there's this. The president tweeted this video message just a short time ago. He got to the White House 2 hours back. Here it is.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. We have the best
An F?
medical equipment. We have the best medicines, all developed recently. And you're going to beat it. I went, I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I could have left 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than I have in a long time. I said just recently, better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen. We're the greatest country in the world. We're going back to work. We're going to be out front. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew
Gee.
the danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. Get out there. Be careful. We have the best medicines in the world, and it'll all happen very shortly, and they're all getting approved, and the vaccines are coming momentarily. Thank you very much, and Walter Reed, what a group of people. Thank you very much.
We started talking about coronavirus on the show back in January. It's now the first week in October, and if anything, the virus is taking up even more of our national disk space. The President of the United States has it right now. A bunch of world leaders have gotten it. This virus came from China, so we thought it'd be interesting to know what the Chinese are making of all of this. Gordon Chang knows that country very well. He's a senior fellow at the Gates Foundation, author of the Great
Well, okay. Well, it's taking a long time to talk to you from letter to letter, Figo, so I'm going to say goodbye to you. But thank you.
Their view of what's happening.
I don't know if you even meant Figo.
The first reaction was,
Okay. Mary, are you here?
and it was sort of, I told you so. And it also was, oh, China has a superior system. Now, those messages were deleted quickly after there was condemnation around the world. And then Xi Jinping, the Chinese ruler, says,
Yes.
I'm sending my best wishes to President Trump.
Mary, have you noticed that these last few sessions that the planchette or the eye, as you called it before, it's taking a long time to move from letter to letter. Have you noticed that?
Came from central China. There is some scientific evidence that it emerged from a Chinese lab. China seems to have escaped all blame for that in this country. Why do you think that is?
Yes.
I think it's because the scientific community just recoils from the evil that would be evident if indeed China cooked this up in a lab. And by the way, of course, Tucker, you had the Hong Kong virologist on. Also, recently, you had a microbiologist
R
at the Institute of MIT and Harvard,
G
Melina Chan, who has talked about how this virus is not mutating, which is extremely
Y
strange. And her hypothesis is that this is not mutating right now because it adapted to humans in a lab. In other words, it's a lab escape. Now, this is not confirmed yet, but
I think you said
as time
H.
goes on, we're getting more and more people who are understanding
Or
that this
maybe
is
you
not
didn't
an actual
S.
virus. And indeed,
That was probably an
I
I.
think the scientific community is going to have
S.
to come around and face that fact.
So the
L.
members of the so-called scientific community, I'm including National Geographic in this, which just issued a statement dismissing out of hand any of this evidence. Why would they keep their jobs if it turns out they were so deliberately incurious against one of the great stories of the century?
W.
Oh, I think you may have lost audio there. Gordon Chang, I'm sorry about that. Of course we'll have you back. It's great to see you tonight.
Mary, is it our fault? Is it me and Leslie's fault that energy is low?
We spent so much time thinking about our own country, we have missed a lot of what's happening around the world, and we're going to really do our best in the coming weeks to bring some of that to light, because it's worth knowing about. We're going to wake up after Election Day and realize that the place in the world has changed. And again, it's worth knowing. Well, remote learning is hurting our kids.
Mary, why has energy been so low?
You've seen it firsthand, but there is at least one benefit. Some of the more demented things that teachers are imposing on our children have been caught on video. Just last week, a teacher kicked out of a virtual class for praising the sitting president of the United States.
T.
For real. In this country.
Land
of free. We'll show you the tape.
S. K.
So good to see you. You too.
O.
Oh, well, look, that's what we're both taking right now, Fanapt. You know, that's really been helping me manage my schizophrenia. I
Y.
used to hear these terrible voices.
H.
I used to feel like everyone was staring at me.
R. E.
Oh, we're doing much better
It
now.
is an. I got. It is. What was the word you said after is?
Clinical trials found out significantly improved symptoms of
Oh,
schizophrenia
you said.
compared to placebo. Fanapt may
Did you?
change your heart rhythm.
What was the word you said after is? I got it is, and then something here. What was the word between is and here?
Only instruct you to take a smaller dosage of Fanapt.
Everything to know is we're not alone.
Call 8557 Fanapt.
I'm here to
Ale.
tell you about saving money on your cellular service. All right, here we have cups of coffee from the same pot. These are more expensive. This one, just a buck. Which would you buy? It's simple, right?
W. It is low here. That's what I thought you meant, but I wanted to make sure you spelled it out.
The same network for much less, with plans starting at $20 a month for unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigs of data. Look at these stats.
Mary, does it just like at random times become low in the fifth dimension? Energy gets low?
No contract, no hassle, and no hidden fees. You get unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigs of data for just $20 a month. And remember, you'll get the same number of bars because it's on the same network
Yes.
as the larger providers. Saving is easy. Dial pound 250 and say Pure TV.
Mary, did you just say yes?
Pure Talk. Simply smarter wireless.
Stay tuned to get a free CRISPR tray from Granite Stone. Why is it every time you go to cook a family meal, you have to search for pots, pans, and lids? Well, all that's about to change.
Well, Mary, so how do you think that I've been doing these past, I don't know, this past week with my negativity and with my life path? Have I been increasing in my life path?
With a stainless steel induction plate for even heat conduction and coated 3 times with our durable non-stick Granite Stone finish that's so good, burnt on cheese, caramel, and chocolate just doesn't stick. Snackmaster is oven rated up to 500 degrees for outstanding roasting and baking.
S
All Snackmaster cookware is 100%
T
dishwasher safe and PFOA free. Look, you'd expect to pay over
E
$400 for a professional quality cookware set, but
A
for this special TV introduction, you can get the complete
D
Snackmaster 10-piece set, not your $300 or even $200, but with a factory direct price
Y
of just 5 easy payments of $39.99. And for everyone who calls or goes online
steady.
today, we're going to drop
Okay.
your payment. You get it all.
So Mary, before I go, how many threads do I give to Leslie now?
Is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. As a bonus, we'll include our self-draining fry basket, our stainless steel steamer insert, and our gourmet recipe guide, absolutely free. And there's even more. As a bonus, you'll get our Granite Stone CRISPR tray, the fast, easy, non-stick way to fry up your favorite foods. No grease or oil needed. Together, they're a $60 value. Yours free. That's an incredible 15-piece Snackmaster set, all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. That's right, free shipping. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-925-0468. That's 1-800-925-0468, or order online at mystackmaster.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Liddell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from My Pillow.
One.
Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with a nice design. I don't know if you can see it, but
6
you could line a swimming pool with this.
7
I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it.
5
Towels that actually work. What a concept.
I really love the towels. They're really great. They're super absorbent. Go to MyPillow.com.
And Mary, how many threads does Leslie give to me now?
The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work. And listen to this. Use the promo code on your screen and Mike will include a second full towel set with bath towel, hand towel, and washcloth absolutely free. That's 2 MyPillow towel sets for the price of 1 in your choice of color.
1
I personally guarantee they're going to be the best towels you'll ever own.
Order now.
Well, on Friday, the day that Donald Trump announced he had the coronavirus, a middle school
8
teacher in Tacoma, Washington, a beautiful place that used to be pretty reasonable, asked his students a question. The teacher, whose name
9
was Brendan Stanton, wanted to know
9
what they admired. A 10-year-old responded in the chat room, quote, Donald Trump. Brendan Stanton immediately kicked the kid out of the virtual class. Here's what happened.
The example that was shared in the chat, which I went ahead and erased for us, was not appropriate, right? Especially as that individual has created.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go now. And before I leave, is there any message you want to give me?
Hatred to many different individuals. Okay? So I do apologize for
good. Bye. Okay.